Scalability. Here are the key features for scalability. Push-button compute scaling. You can scale the compute and memory resources, vertically up or down, up to a maximum of 32 vCPUs, and 244 GB of RAM. Compute scaling operations typically complete in a few minutes. Easy storage scaling. The Amazon Aurora engine will automatically grow the size of your database volume as your database storage needs grow, up to a maximum of 64 terabytes, or a maximum you define. The MySQL, MariaDB, Oracle, and PostgreSQL engines allow you to scale up to 64 terabytes of storage, and SQL Server supports up to 16 terabytes. Storage scaling is on the fly, with zero downtime. Amazon RDS read replicas provide enhanced performance and durability for RDS database (DB) instances. It helps to offload read-heavy database workloads. You can create one or more read replicas of a given primary DB instance within an availability zone, cross-AZ or cross-region. The read replica operates as a DB instance that allows only read-only connections, while master or primary DB instance allows both read and write connections to your application. Updates made to the primary DB instance are asynchronously copied to the read replica. Using read replicas, you can elastically scale out beyond the capacity constraints of a single DB. This increases the aggregate read throughput. Let's look at a common use case. You want to run a reporting application that performs some analytics on the RDS database. In order to reduce the read traffic in the primary database, you can create a read replica for the reporting application to read data directly from the read replica instead. Read replicas can also be promoted to standalone DB instances as a disaster recovery solution if the primary DB instance fails. As you can see, read replica helps scaling out read operations. What about write operations? Amazon Aurora Multi-Master Clusters feature provides the capability to scale out both your read and write operations. In a multi-master cluster, an Aurora cluster consists of a set of master database nodes and a shared storage volume across multiple availability zones for high availability and durability of user data. All DB instances can perform read and write operations. The multi-master cluster doesn't use the failover mechanism because it doesn't need to promote another DB instance to have read-write capability. It offers continuous availability. Any DB instances in this case can take over the work of the failed instance. Amazon Relational Database Service features. Security. Here are the key features. Network isolation. AWS recommends that you run your database instances in a virtual private cloud, VPC, which allows you to isolate your database in your virtual network. VPC enables you to run a DB instance within a private subnet, making it secure from direct public routes on the internet. You can control network access to your DB instances in VPC, using security groups at the instance level and network ACLs in the subnet level. VPC traffic are connected to your on-premises IT infrastructure, using industry-standard encrypted IPsec VPNs, and can be further inspected by your on-premises security infrastructure, including network firewalls and intrusion detection systems. Resource-level permissions. Amazon RDS is integrated with AWS Identity and Access Management, AWS IAM. It provides you the ability to control the actions that your AWS IAM users and groups can take on specific Amazon RDS resources, from database instances through snapshots, parameter groups, and option groups. You can also tag your Amazon RDS resources and control the actions that your IAM users and groups can take on groups of resources that have the same tag and associated value. For example, you can configure your IAM rules to ensure developers are able to modify development database instances, but only database administrators can make changes to production database instances. Encryption at rest and in transit. Amazon RDS allows you to encrypt your databases using keys you manage through AWS Key Management Service, AWS KMS. The database uses a customer master key stored in AWS KMS to encrypt the data keys, which encrypt the data at rest in the database. Its automated backups, read replicas, and snapshots are also encrypted. Amazon RDS supports transparent data encryption, TDE, in SQL Server and Oracle. Transparent data encryption in Oracle is integrated with AWS Cloud HSM, which allows you to securely generate, store, and manage your cryptographic TDE master encryption keys in single-tenant hardware security module (HSM) appliances within the AWS cloud. With TDE, the database software encrypts data before storing it on disk. In addition, Amazon RDS secure data in transit. You can use Secure Socket Layer (SSL) or Transport Layer Security (TLS) from your application to encrypt a connection to a RDS DB instance.